Hey guys, welcome to the Rat's Nest. Today is Monday, October 27th, and I can't believe it's the last week of October already. Where did it go? I feel like October was, it was here and then I blinked and then it was gone. Hope everybody is having a fantastic evening. And if you have stumbled in here, welcome. You are in the Rat's Nest. And this was an experiment that started in 2020. Originally, it was on Instagram, but more recently now we have migrated over to Twitch because Instagram is greedy. They don't seem to want to support the smaller streamers, and so some of us have voted with our feet and are now here on Twitch, reaping all of the wonderful benefits that this platform has to offer. And there are many, and I'm still uncovering more of them each time I'm on here. So I'm a newbie. I'm a little bit newer as a streamer, at least on here. Not new to streaming, just new to Twitch. I've only been on here for about a month, but so far I like it very, very much. So no complaints, no complaints. I plan to be around here for a while. I'm going to go grab one thing because I'm going to make it, blah, blah, blah. I'm tongue-tied. I am going to be making a Halloween collage postcard. Oh my God, why can't I talk? I need to grab some stickers, so I will be right back. Let me get rid of these silly commercials over here. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Okay. Judy says, I cannot believe that it's Halloween week either. I know. Isn't it crazy? All right, let me just getting set up here. I accidentally took a nap and it was one of those weird naps where it was 7 Eastern here. So Judy, that would have been 6 o'clock your time. I went to go lie down and just relax for a few minutes. And then my husband woke me up a half an hour later and he's like, hey, do you know that you're sound asleep in here? I said, no. Yeah, so it was a long weekend though. I mean, you had a lot going on in a good way. My older daughter went to her homecoming dance, so that was cool. Yeah, just, I don't know, both my kids had stuff going on, so it was busy. It really was. And now I am on standby with work. I think they're going to be shipping me off somewhere, and I don't know if it's going to be in a couple of days, this week, next week. I am on standby to potentially visit a customer site. So I'm like, oh, just let me know when and where. You know. And I'm actually, I can't believe it, you guys. I'm getting to the bottom of all my little scraps here. I never thought I'd be saying that, but I did. I used up a whole bunch of these over the weekend because I made a few more Halloween postcards to send out to folks. And yeah, I'm getting down towards the bottom of the barrel here as far as scraps go. So I may have to do a little improvisation. I'm relatively sure I have enough to work through though. Where on earth? I'm like, hey, self, do you remember where you put those scraps? Nah, can't say that I do, but that's okay. Judy says, come to Texas with me. Ooh, what city are you going to? That sounds fun. Texas? Are you doing, is this like work stuff? Oh, San Antonio. You know, Ruben lives there. Ruben, he is, what is his Instagram handle? It's like Treasures from Ruben. He's the guy that does all of like all of the sublimation of the custom made, oh my gosh, they're like, they're custom made tumblers, and he makes them for different people. Judy says it's a work conference. I don't have to, quote, do anything. Oh, thank goodness. But go there to network and learn. I can't say that I've been to a conference lately where I didn't have to actually do something. So that, Judy, that concept just feels so foreign to me right now, because usually when I go, it's, hey, you know, meet with these individuals, bring back something. It's usually when I go, I'm deployed on some sort of conference mission. So that sounds interesting to me. But, you know, Judy's like, yeah, this is going to be weird for me. Yep. Because, I mean, there are definitely some people who go to conferences just for the sake of going to conferences. Like, normally their employer is like, oh, hey, bring something back. Go research, I don't know, whatever, this topic. Really don't have that many scraps to work with. I am so shocked. I'm gonna have to go tear up some more scraps. I have to make some. All right, I'm gonna stop dawdling, and I'm gonna get in it. You guys are gonna be my little witnesses here. Oh, Judy, sorry, I keep jamming the camera. Someone taught me, you know how they have those avatars on people's screens where when the streamer is talking, the avatar moves? Okay, so someone yesterday was telling me about how to do that, and I am so obsessed. I think I might actually do that at some point. But you have to either buy the ping tubers or make it yourself. But you can buy them off, like I know people who've bought them off Etsy. Are you going to get one of the suits? What suit? A suit? I don't know. Depends on what kind of suit it is. Oh, like are they called suits? I always thought they were called ping tubers. It's an interactive avatar. Yes. Oh, that's, okay. What you're describing is way advanced. Okay, it's something else called Code Miko. They have an avatar that moves exactly how the streamer does, because she wears a suit that tracks our movements. Okay, so it's like almost like a green screen, only it's a suit. I've seen people use that. That's like, man, that's way too advanced for me. Right now, I found on Etsy, somebody who made an 8-bit style rat costume, or it's like a little 8-bit rat, and he's really scruffy looking, and he just kind of hangs out. Like if you use OBS or one of those, or Streamlabs, you just configure on your screen like where you want him to sit while you talk, and then it does everything else. It picks up the voice activation. Oh, Shannon, oh my God. Shannon, thank you so much for the follow. Awesome. Shannon's here. Hey. Shannon's like, I had to sign up and every name was taken. How many Ask Pens are there? Wow. Okay. Interesting. She was like, yay, you made it. Now see, all we need now is for Nanners to get one. Because Nanners told me that she doesn't have a Twitch account, but she still comes in here to watch. She just can't comment. And then I don't know if that she can see everybody's comments, which is okay, because I will always happily read the comments. No worries. Yeah, so Nana's like my honorary lurker. I love it. And we love this. We love this about her. And you guys, so I met up with somebody yesterday who makes rats. He makes like rat emojis and rat art. And he was making interactive rat emojis last night. It was the funniest thing. I happened to be starting through the people who were live last night under the art category here. And I'm looking through the previews and I see this big old giant rat sitting on the screen. And I thought, oh my God, I think this person might also like rats. And lo and behold, it's a streamer. They're up in Canada. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, another rat fanatic. So yeah, they were making like the animated emojis. And so they were showing how, I think they were using the Procreate app, but on an iPad 5, which I think is the most archaic version that'll allow you to use it. Any earlier versions will not allow you to. So I thought that was so neat. So anyways, I bonded with this streamer and we were like, yay. And so they gave me a bunch of cool pointers on how to use some of this functionality on here. I will say, as long as you pop up in here and you tell people, hey, I'm a newbie, everybody has been extremely supportive so far. And so people are really genuinely kind here. And I wasn't sure. I'm like, am I getting a bunch of punk gamers here or what? But and I haven't really interacted with too many of the gamers on here yet. But the art crowd tends to be extremely chill, supportive, and they are working on some pretty amazing things. Shannon's like, yeah, I did that before. Like, you can see the comments. Oh, okay. So Nan can technically see the comments, but she just wouldn't be able to comment herself. I see. Oh, okay. It's like, well. And honestly, Nan, if you're watching this either live or you're on the replay, there's absolutely no pressure to make an account here. So if what you're doing works and it's good for you, then that's awesome. Yeah, we got no worries there. I have aspirations of a nicer studio set up here on Twitch, and I think that'll come. I just haven't had the time to really devote to what it takes to get a better camera setup. But yeah, that would require me streaming live from OBS, and I don't know if I'm ready for that level of commitment yet. Maybe someday. But for now, I'm just going to revel in the simplicity of this whole thing. I think this is the very last Halloween postcard that I'm going to be making this year. Judy says, how many more days of Halloween collages will be left? Will you do more this week? No, this is, you read my mind with your question, Judy. This is my very last one. Because I've made, oh my goodness, I've made so many. I've made so many, it feels like. And I didn't participate in any, Judy's like, Jinx. I didn't participate in any of the swaps or anything this year. It's complicated. It is. It's complicated. But no, I just decided I didn't. I wasn't really vibing with the idea of doing swaps this year, so I just didn't. I'm to the point where I know, if I know I'm not going to commit fully to something, I won't sign up. I'll be like, nah, sorry. I don't know, I also find the swaps, like, they're like kind of drama sometimes. Because you have people who are extremely particular about the details of a swap, and they're very rigid around how to participate. And then you have other people who honestly don't care. So you have a bit of a mix there with that. Yeah. I won't say I'm fully retired from doing the group swaps, but I will say I think right now, as of 2025, I consider myself semi-retired. It's too much of a time commitment for me. We just give this bad boy a trim. I'm going to do this off camera so I don't make a big old mess. Yeah, from my recollection with the Halloween swap, and like I'm not putting on airs, I'm just being blunt as I usually am. It was like, there were folks on there who were like, no, the cards can't be store-bought, because someone actually asked like, hey, is it possible for the cards to be store-bought? And then one person chimed in and they're like, no, this is supposed to be art. And I'm like, well, what if people don't have time, but they still want to participate? Like, right? Like, my viewpoint is let people participate however they want. Like, let them show up how they want to show up. And then it was like, oh, what if my cards are not big enough? And then someone's like, it must be this by this dimension. I'm like, oh, sorry. I'm like, please go right ahead. Happy swapping, y'all. But yeah, I thought I'm gonna sit that one out. Judy's like, I don't have time for that stuff, sadly. Yeah, I don't either. Especially too when like my work is like, hey, we might need you to travel somewhere, but we don't know the exact day. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm sitting here calculating the time commitment that is required to prep for that. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's come down to time commitment for me. And I am valuing the simplicity over joining up with stuff right now. So yeah, I think I'm a little group swapped out. Although I will say, and I don't know, does this make me a hypocrite? I don't mind doing swap bot swaps because you know what it is for me, you guys? I think it's just the sheer volume of it. I don't need to make, I don't know, 15 or 12 of something. I can just make one or maybe even two. And you know, the swap parameters, you know what you're signing up for when you first get there. And so they're smaller volume swaps. So there's that. That's pretty cool. But then too, like there's always you do tend to get flakers with the bigger group swaps. I've seen it with my own eyes. It can be challenging. It happens, like things happen. But then I even had one person who was like, yeah, I sent you my swap. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, no worries. And then it took a while for the swap, to get there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. Never got your swap. And then the person was like, oh, I don't know what happened. I'm like, well, just letting you know, like I sent you one, let me know if, either way, like either send a replacement or don't, like I truthfully don't care. But then the person was like, oh yeah, hey, I'm going to just like send you something, but it's from like a totally different swap. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I don't know. It was weird. All I can say. My daughter made this. Judy says she likes the raven. Well, thank you. But then the other thing I notice is you do tend to get this one or two people in the bigger group swaps who are like, hey, I am so busy and I'm in so many swaps that I'm like, wait. If you're in that much, why? Like, why do it? I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Yeah, so that's just kind of my collective memory on doing the bigger group swaps over time. Or there would be like a random person who would sign up, and then the day before the deadline, they would just be like, oh yeah, hey, sorry, I'm actually not going to be able to swap. And I'm like, bro, really? Your RSVP is your bond, so unless there's some extenuating circumstance, like, what? So those are just some of the reasons that I'm like, it's just seems like too much work. Who's got time for that? Not me. I know that much. Actually, I should have measured this thing. Make sure this is the right dimension before I even send it. I gotta trim the top off this. I gotta make it fit. I gotta make it 4 inches so it fits into my clear postcard cover. Yes. I think it needs a little bit more trimmed off. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. So Judy, how was your excursion to New York City? I saw your pictures from the Muji store. Those look pretty sweet. That looked awesome. Oops, did not want to put the witch hat there. No, don't stick yet. Come on. Yeah, that'll do. She said that it was amazing and the VIP retreat was a dream. I'm so glad. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that that worked out for you. Oops. Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, still navigating my new physical setup. Not quite there yet. Judy's like, it was so amazing to meet 30 professional women from all over the US with a shared interest, all different backgrounds, many of whom I've been chatting with for years now. Oh, wow. Huh. It sounds so memorable. That is awesome. I'm trying not to make this card too spooky or gory because it is going to an older family friend. So I always try to be respectful when I send these out. Nothing too terribly spooky. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, got some mushrooms we can throw on here. Yeah, but Shannon, if you're still there, how long did it take you to make the account, minus the time that it spent picking a username? It was pretty quick, right? Like probably 30 seconds to make an account here? Something like that. I don't remember it being terribly daunting. It was, when I did mine out, it was like, whoop, it was pretty quick. Because that's one question I get a lot is like, oh, you have to make another account. I'm like, well, if you want to comment, then yes. But it's not, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's not that difficult of a process. Here's some of my homemade washi done in the style of Russell. Russell taught me that. Russell taught me everything that I know about crafting. Got some riddles here too I can slap on the card. Let's see what I've got. I've got, what is a ghost's favorite pet? I'm sorry, pie, a blueberry pie. Which Halloween monster is good at math? Count Dracula. Not to be confused with Ratula. Why don't mummies take time off? They're afraid to unwind. That's kind of cute. Maybe I'll give that. I'll put that on this one. We just trim the edges off. These little Halloween jokes came in those paper prize balls, the ones where you, I did one the other night when I was on here. Judy triggered my poos crossing alarm. Oh my gosh. She triggered my Nightbot. Yeah, if you go down on my profile, there's a whole section about different text prompts you can make it do. It's kind of fun. There goes my glue stick. I should probably go pick that up, huh? I'll be right back. Let me figure out where that fell. think the rest of this is going to just be layers of stickers because I've done everything I could with whatever papers I had remaining. But yeah, I really, really went through my scraps. I've used most of them up. So bravo to self on using up your materials. Yay. I've got like this guy. This is homemade washi done in the style of Russell. I used a piece of double-sided sticky tape, and then I just put, this is a paper scrap that I slapped on top of it. So you just have to peel off the backing. That's how it goes. It's pretty easy, as long as you have nails, which I had to stop doing, getting my nails dipped because the spa that I go to the man was a little overzealous who did my nails. I mean, don't get me wrong, he did a beautiful job, but in the process of doing my nails, he basically shaved off the top half of the nail bed. So if they get a little overzealous when they do it, it really messes up your nail. And then it takes about, I don't know, for me, it takes a month for all that to rejuvenate itself. So I'm like, this can't be good for me. I mean, they look nice when they're done, but the only other thing for me is because I'm always outside and getting my hands dirty with like landscaping and projects at home here in the art studio, I always inevitably mess them up. So I don't think I've had a dip last me for more than 2 weeks. So like, I just got to be honest with myself, you know? Let's put some spooky eyes up here. Oh, yes. I'm like, see these eyes? These eyes are looking at you. Is anybody here going to any costume parties this year? We're not. Like, we're just doing trick-or-treating on Friday. But I will be wearing my usual taco costume that I wear, well, every year. How's that for simplifying life? Oops. Dropped my scraps. Oh, well. Oh, here's the other pieces I was looking for. Oh, okay. Judy said, no parties for me. All good, ma'am. Oops, this is a tiny, tiny sticker. There. Yeah, the only thing I'm doing is trick-or-treating. Yeah, we do our trick-or-treating on Friday night. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Our town, oh my gosh. Here in Central Florida, I will say, I don't know how it is in other parts of the country at this point, but our town goes bananas for Halloween. Yes, they do. We had it was like one of those hometown harvest type festivals that was this past weekend. Now, I didn't get a chance to go because my older daughter was doing homecoming. So I was like, all right, never mind. So we had that, but there is a lot. I mean, it's so crazy. There's a lot going on here in Central Florida for the spooky season. And, you know, with Greater Orlando being the entertainment capital, it seems, we had, there's no shortage of haunted houses, haunted forests, like, you name it, it's happening here. I'm going to try to get there's a lot of orange going on here. I'm going to try to get some other colors in. So we didn't get a chance to go this year, but one of the local churches, and it's ironic, I'm like, it's a church, it's like some Baptist church, but they put on the scariest haunted forest I have ever been to. Like, and for a church, it's pretty good. I want to say the admission is maybe $20, so it's their fundraiser, but it's so creepy. There's they have a few portions of it that are, it's like pitch black, and there's a lot of jump scares. There's people who jump out and scream at you. I'm like, wow, this is pretty crazy. So we have one of those. And then a couple towns away, there's a bigger haunted forest that has like probably 50% more jump scares. I hear that one's really scary. I've actually never been to it, but I've heard rave reviews about it. Some year we'll make it. We just haven't made it to that one quite yet. What else is there? I mean, obviously you have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Disney. You have haunted horror nights at Universal. And then you have, kind of everything in between there as well. So there's definitely no shortage of good stuff to do around these parts. Lots and lots of stuff to do. Oh wait, hold on. I don't like this pumpkin placement. Let me see if I can gently peel. Oh yay. Okay, better. I like my stickers and my scraps to be overlapping. And P.S., this scrap cardboard came from Tim. See, you guys send me this stuff, I make postcards out of it. That's how we roll. I don't throw it away. I make stuff out of it. Like, not every piece, but if you send me a good thick one, like Tim sent me a very robust piece of cardboard, so I sliced it. It got sliced into 4 pieces. So it was perfect for my little projects. My crafty little projects. That's how we upcycle everybody. Now I'm going to look for really small stickers to layer in here. So yeah, we had a lot going on this year. We really did. Ooh, a bat. I think I'll put a bat on her card. Yes. And I just need some stuff to put over here, I think. Let me scoot around and see what I've got for scraps and stickers. Judy's like, this year has been eventful for me as well. I wonder if 2026 will be even more eventful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's been a crazy busy year for me as well. Oops, no. There. Aw, I found this cute little owl. I think I'm gonna put, all right, actually wait, no. I'm gonna do this Dracula guy, he's cute. Judy's like, I gotta mute you for a second. Oh, no worries. See, I think I'm not sure if she's at work or that's okay. That's okay, Judy. It'll be our little secret. It'll be our little secret.
Well, now you are that person, because now you definitely...
I also have teensy pieces of candy corn I could slap on here. Teeny tiny. I have other ones. Wait, I got other stickers I need to use up too. Let me scoot over here. This is part of the challenge of this. Is like, I want to eventually use up some of these sticker sheets so I don't have to carry them around in my collection anymore. And eventually we'll get there. Ooh, we've got the Brock's pumpkin. I kind of like this guy too. I'll put him on. Oh, and then I gotta show you guys the cute stationery I bought when I was I flew into San Francisco for some work stuff last week. I got this cute, here, let me grab it. It looks like just a regular list pad, but it's more than that. Okay, so the brand is the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. I think these guys are so cute. So it looks like a regular old list pad, but it has these, just these little blank faces. You can draw faces on the heads. It's got word searches around the border. There's 4 different designs. It's got a maze. I loved this. And then it's got little flags and t-shirts and food, and you can draw your own emojis up there. If you have a really fine pen point, you could make some cool stuff on here. Yeah, and then it just goes back to the little faces with hairdos. So anyway, that was every once in a while I try to buy myself something when I travel. It's my way of rewarding myself for getting through a week or whatnot. And that's what I bought myself. So, and I try not to do that all the time because I know myself. I'm just going to end up with a bunch of tons of scrap stuff, artsy craftsy stuff that I don't need. We try to avoid that, but sometimes you just see something traveling and it's like too good to pass up. Judy's back. She's back. Hey, Judy. What's the weather in Florida right now? 80s? It is, well, this week has been a little unique because we've had this residual hurricane thing that came in from Jamaica, but it's supposed to cool down over the next 3 days. Right now it's 73 here where I live in Central Florida, so that's good. And I think most of although it is it's 94% humidity. It improved a slight bit over the afternoon and then it got humid again because it's literally been storming all night. But I think most of the rain's going to let up within the next half hour. So, but yeah, it's the next few days, like it's going to be in the high to low 70s is the high, and then I think by Thursday and Friday night the lows might even dip down to 49 or 48, which I'm so excited about, you guys. So when I go out in the morning, when I go running, it'll actually be so reasonable outside. Yes. Judy's like, I am not looking forward to the 80s in Texas. Aw. I don't blame you, especially if you're not used to that kind of weather. You're like, what is this? You know, Judy, if you wanted to know the weather, you could do ! weather space and the zip code. But no, I'm teasing. I mean, technically you could use that command, but anyway, that is our weather. So we have been in a consistent a fairly consistent cooling trend lately. Don't mind me, I'm cutting these up so I can use them on future projects. I'm like, these kittens are so cute. Judy, you were the only person that I sent a cat-a-ween postcard to. In fact, I think you're the only person I've ever made a cat-a-ween postcard for. Judy hit the dad joke though. Let's see, 2 satellites decided to get married. The wedding wasn't much, but the reception was incredible. Wah, wah. Judy's like, thank you for being so thoughtful. Yeah, see, I have these bigger pages. I'm like, why is this kicking around in my collection? This is silly. I should just cut these little pieces out and then put them in my little sticker envelope. That's how I keep myself organized, you guys. Because I know eventually I'm going to be using these things up anyway. Maybe not this Halloween, but you know, I'm going to say this definitively. You all know somebody's getting this cat on their postcard next year. You know it. I'm like, don't mind me. I'm also organizing while I craft. This is how we maximize our time in the rat's nest. So anyways, going back to my story, so I decided to ride the snake again on SwapBot because I hadn't done any swaps on there for the better part of a year. And I got to the point where I just wanted to do smaller swaps and not do like these big group swaps. And I kind of enjoy the fact that I don't know who the fuck I'm swapping with. So that's kind of fun. I'm like, I don't know this person at all. So it's kind of like random. And the element of surprise also appeals to me. So I have no idea what they're going to send me. And I was telling someone this earlier tonight. It's like, is it going to be something amazing? Is it going to be some brush hog that lives in like a smoke-filled house and she's going to send me like creepy scraps of something? Who knows? But that's what makes it interesting, I guess. I'm like, it could be anything. Sometimes the brush hog giveth and sometimes the brush hog taketh away, you know? It's just reality. All right, these are my other little stickers. I'm going to very neatly stuff these into my envelope of stickers, my bag of Halloween scraps for next year. This is how we do. This is how we end up with so many little random pieces of things. Oh, look, a ghost. Whee! All right, so those are cut. All right, sticker time. More stickers. More. We got to layer this bad boy up. Got to layer it up before I can slap the Mod Podge all over it. Now, some of these sheets have smaller ones that I could probably wedge in somewhere. Case in point, we've got, and these are from Time, we've got Beetlejuice. Look at these. Look at the bugs. This is the Animated Adventures of Beetlejuice, which I think was from the early 90s. I don't exactly know. Okay, and then we have Hocus Pocus. We have like a little bit of a lenticular. Is that lenticular? Is it holographic? I don't know. Holographic, I guess. Holographic confetti. These are from Time. So we got the Hocus Pocus people. It's like, that Tim, he's so clever. You just never know what he's going to get. When Tim tells you he has stuff in a pile that he's been saving up for you from a thrift shop, he will 100% deliver. And then some. Pleasantly surprised by that. When that envelope came in my P.O. box, I was screaming in my post office. I was like, yeah! I was so excited. Trying not to make it too spooky. More cutesy than spooky, I guess. Does anybody get the reference 54 Essex Street? I have no idea. Is it Jack the Ripper? I don't know. It was from some Tim Holtz thing. It's from these. I've been using these for years. Tim Holtz. And then, oh, I'll show you guys something else just because I have a little time. I think my mom got me these, but I thought they were super cool and they glow in the dark. We got Boo. We got Ghost and a pumpkin. He looks like a Scooby-Doo ghost. He looks really drippy. But yeah, this coating, you can kind of see it in the glare here. See that coating? That is all glow in the dark goodness right there. Oh my gosh. And we have him. Who's she? I don't know. They have the Boo skeleton. I love the vintage vibes. My mom knows me. She's like, I know you're going to like these. I think these came from Walmart. It was from the Hide and Eek brand. We got a spider. I don't know. Do these glow in the dark? No, these don't. But they're still really pretty. I like the hot pink. And we have Frankenstein with Eek. The Eek glows in the dark. So the light yellow, all that glows. We have, let's see. These are a couple other ones. My mom sent me these. I think somebody had a one of the silhouette machines. Oh, here's more Boo. Someone had the silhouette machine like Kristen had, or has, I should say, present tense. What am I saying? Kristen has those. And my mom printed those out. Or sorry, my mom bought them from a lady who printed those out. Oh my God, I'm like tongue-tied tonight. See, I shouldn't have taken that half-hour nap. We got a witch. That glows, that yellow part glows. And then just, this is from the person with a silhouette machine, and so was that. So my mom knows my Halloween vibe. I love anything that's kind of vintagey looking. I love it. So, in fact, a lot of it reminds me of the Halloween decorations that we used to have in our basement. Like, for some reason, in the 80s, my mom had like, I don't know, she just had a bunch of Halloween crap in a box, and we didn't even know like what era it was from. It all like looked like this stuff though. So I think some of it was like circa 1970s maybe, and she just hung on to it because the stuff was just cool. But the problem with a lot of that stuff is all those cardboard decorations, they tend to get damp, especially if they're in somebody's basement. So, like, unless you put them in a really dry spot or like a storage unit or something, or I don't know, hermetically seal your decorations, a lot of that stuff doesn't tend to have a very long shelf life, unfortunately. But I'm going to take one more crack at the little stickers on this card. See what else I've got that would pass for stickers. Take this sheet back out. I think I've got little bones like from a boneyard. Yeah, I'm sure we can find some spots. I've also got a cute little owl for her. I think she'd like the owl. This owl, here, I'll show you. This owl is giving vintage Halloween vibes. Woo! Yes, definitely vintage vibes. So we'll stick the owl here too. But I think that covered most of the bigger spaces that I have here on the card. I will take these tiny pieces of candy corn and just layer them around. You can never have too much candy corn. But yeah, not too shabby, right? This is what you can do with a random old piece of cardboard. Chop it up into 4x6s and make postcards out of it. Pretty easy peasy business. And I got into a conversation yesterday with the person that I was chit-chatting with on here about junk journaling. And they were saying, like, you know, they weren't sure how to start with a junk journal, and they were looking at different designs and things. But it's interesting because they pointed out when you do a Google image search for junk journal, so many of the junk journals that are out there look almost, how would I describe it? They look almost super curated. Like they take the ink and they try to burnish the edges and stuff. And I'm like, is it really junk or is it paper masquerading as junk? Interesting. I was like, I was like, some of those papers look a little too nice to be truly a junk journal. All right, y'all. I think this is where we are ending up tonight with this Halloween postcard, the final Halloween postcard of 2025. Thank you guys so much for coming on this little journey with me, this papery, stickery journey. It is always a pleasure to host you guys. And I know there are plenty of other things you could be doing right now, but you guys chose to be here. So thank you so much. And if you're watching this on the replay, thanks for partaking as well. I think I'm going to end it here though, guys. Thank you again and have a wonderful night. Judy's like, hey, thanks for streaming. You're very welcome. Always happy to pop on here on an otherwise gloomy Monday. I'm waiting for the storm here, guys. I want to see if we get the big thunderstorm we were promised. There was actually a lot of lightning tonight because I did drive to the post office so I could mail out a postcard for one of my SwapBot swaps. And it was weird, you guys. The lightning looked like it was forking across the sky, and it almost looked like veins in an eyeball. That's how many bolts were attached. It was so crazy. Anyways, Judy says, cheese it. Fit Doctor is now exiting. Judy's like, be safe. I shall. And you too, guys. Be good out there. Peace.